Former President Obama has emerged back on the national scene. He had a phone call with the Obama Alumni Association, which of course he never intended to go public. And then all of the audio just magically appeared in the national media. But he talked about Michael Flynn and he talked about the coronavirus response. Let's listen to what he's had to say on Mike Flynn in particular first.
There is no precedent that anybody can find for someone who's been charged with perjury. Just getting off scot-free. That's the kind of stuff where you begin to get worried that basic, not just institutional norms, but our basic understanding of rule of law. The response to this global crisis has been so anemic and spotty, and it would have been bad even with the best of governments. It has been an absolute chaotic disaster when that mindset of what's in it for me and to heck with everybody else, when that mindset is operationalized in our government.
One of the things that was identified as an early priority was testing. PPE availability, personal protective equipment, was another priority focus within that document because we knew that was an area of potential weakness. And so that would have to be an early focus if we saw a novel virus overseas. And it was very explicit in the document.
Get all the latest news and coronavirus and more delivered daily to your inbox. Sign up here.
The internal memos released from the FBI's investigation of former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn represent a smoking gun against the FBI under James Comey's leadership, former House Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chaffetz said Monday.
I do think it is the smoking gun, Chaffetz told America's Newsroom's Ed Henry.
Gowdy blasts mishandling of Michael Flynn case, not the FBI's job to see what they can get away with.
Chaffetz recalled a meeting, before President Trump was inaugurated, involving President Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, former National Security Advisor Susan Rice, FBI Director Comey and Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates, in which they discussed matters very specific to General Flynn.
Chaffetz also said FBI agents went to the White House to interview Flynn without clearance and without abiding by protocol.
It's hard to believe that there is anything other than direct acknowledgement and direction from the President of the U.S. to the FBI.
The release this week of long-hidden transcripts fully exposed the left's attempt at a coup d'etat, albeit bloodless, but a coup nonetheless, where a faction of the government tries to take down the leader of the country. The evidence shows former President Barack Obama and the Obama-Biden administration were the hub of the bloodless coup. 4 spokes emanated from that hub, each with a man's name on it. Rod Rosenstein, in a scope memo, gave his friend he appointed special counsel Bob Mueller in the Russia investigation the names of Michael Flynn, Paul Manafort, George Papadopoulos, and Carter Page. Each spoke was an effort to get that person to flip on the president. The primary objective? Reverse the election of 2016. The horror was not just in the treatment of these men, but the fact that Michael Flynn, under the FBI's Crossfire Hurricane investigation, had already been ruled out as committing no crime and that no derogatory information against him was unearthed. But FBI agent Peter Strzok couldn't have that. Flynn had to be destroyed. We know from the text messages between him and his lover Lisa Page that POTUS, the President of the United States, then Obama, wants to know everything we're doing. In other words, Obama was keeping tabs on the investigation. So why? He was leaving the White House. Wasn't his term over? Yet the lives of these 4 men were ruined. General Michael Flynn, a decorated war hero, railroaded by a smug, arrogant FBI Director James Comey wearing his Cardinal Comey mask, all giggly that he violated White House protocol.